Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your special reading for the month. Happy Scorpio season and happy birthday to you Scorpio suns watching out there. Of course, my name is Meredith with the Healing Hummingbird, and my spirit guides wanted to go ahead and do this reading a little bit earlier in your seasons compared to other signs. I know we have a big eclipse on the day that I'm filming this, so maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe you're really feeling that kind of rock your world. Before we get started, if you're interested in seeing me in person, I am going to be participating in the Victory of Light Festival at the Sharonville Convention Center on November 19th and 20th. I will leave a link in the description box below if you are interested. So, Scorpio, let's take a look at your beautiful energy. Definitely the most transformative sign of the zodiac. Comfortable, and it feels just natural to move big energy for Scorpio. And I feel like they usually initiate big changes for themselves and those around them just kind of all the time. So I really love this energy. Big fan over here. I actually have Mars in Scorpio and it is exalted there. So I love this as well. I do want to ask for your sacred permission to connect to your energy before we get started. So let's just inhale in together. And let's let the day go from here. And then I just kind of shook out a little bit. So maybe you're wanting to let some stuff roll off your back today, coming to this reading as a safe space. So for those of you who would love to participate or who would like to participate in the reading who said yes, let's go ahead and get your messages. Again, this is for significant Scorpio placements. That could mean anything to you though. Typically it means sun, moon, or rising. We already got something for you. Love, number 1. Aphrodite, I call to thee, bring a true love here to me. So definitely talking about matters of the heart. I almost made room for more. I feel like that's it. Maybe you are not really wanting to deal with this at the moment. I kind of get that sense. It feels like maybe you would rather focus on work or finances or just kind of getting things together and getting organized, but this is kind of coming for you, dear Scorpio. So let's get an idea of what we're dealing with. Listen, Scorpios don't waste time. I feel like you can really handle the truth. So we've got lessons cards out because, you know, Scorpio is a great transformer. So let's see what lessons are coming up in love. Empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. What else? I feel like there's one more here for you. Oh, there we go. And envy, the number E might be significant, or the letter E might be significant for you. Maybe the number 3 as well. So I almost slipped up and said that. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Whoa. These almost feel like opposing energies, envy and empathy. You might find yourself sitting in either of those, feeling kind of in the extremes. For some of you who are singles, I feel like you might be feeling envious of those around you who are in relationships, if that is something that you are desiring, or just having like the support of a partner, or just like the physical touch of a partner. It feels like love languages are coming up here as well, so that might be something that you recently looked into. There's a real practical energy coming through. So I feel like, you know, quality time, physical touch, things that are real and tangible and in this moment seem very important to you right now. And I have a feeling, we're definitely going to clarify, that this empathy is more so directed towards yourself, Scorpio. So having more empathy for yourself as far as what's transpired in your love life up until this point, and kind of releasing this envy or transforming it into empathy. That's what it is. So let's go ahead and get some tarot cards out, get a deeper look at this dynamic. and where we're going from here. Yeah, there's definitely a very straightforward kind of energy coming through. So it's kind of affecting my communication style. So I hope that's what you prefer. It kind of seems like it. So more just like, what's the message? Less interpretation, less examples. Oh. We had the Page of Swords wanted to come out first. Right, for Scorpio, Spirit. What do they need to know? What do you want to discuss with them? Seems to be revolving around love. Could you clarify? I just heard burying the truth. Let's see. So we have for you the Knight of Cups. We've got a couple people coming out here. The Six of Wands. Right. And the Magician. Okay. Beautiful. And I just heard, what do you want to create? All right, I'm going to clarify these two people down here. Could you clarify the Page of Swords? Why is the Page of Swords in this reading? And we have the Ace of Coins. So we're going to clarify up here. And then why is the Knight of Cups in this reading? Please clarify the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, please. Oh. Okay, and then we have the Moon. So let's take a look here. All right, I feel like we are releasing a relationship from the past. And it feels like there's a desire to be bold about this. So I don't know if you prefer that kind of communication style, like you want me to just kind of get it out, or if that is kind of your attitude about this. So in the Page of Swords, this is someone who has a lot of air sign in their chart. This is someone who is a bit younger than the Knight, either in spirit or physical form. Page of Swords is a very curious person, very communicative. They can be a little bit hasty, but they mean well. And this person had in the past, I really feel like this is in the past. So this person is connected to some kind of financial opportunity. To kind of clarify who this is, it feels like one of these is you and your, I guess, like ex, or maybe someone who you're still kind of in an on and off again kind of thing, situationship. But for some reason, it feels like you're looking back on this relationship. So let's continue to clarify. This Knight of Cups is someone who's very romantic, very chivalrous, who would offer you a lot of love, who really wants to give the world to you. You are my moon and stars. I just heard that. But there's something kind of mysterious about this person. They could have been hiding things, or just they weren't clear about their intentions. It feels like something was kind of buried. Yeah, they're reminding me that I channeled burying the truth from earlier. So it could be that if this is your person, maybe they weren't honest about their past or honest about where they're going. There might have even been envy, kind of like as a force in this relationship. So I wonder if there was like even jealousy or tensions around finances. it seems like confusing and unexpected arguments or like disagreements happened. Something that you definitely were not expecting, because it feels confusing to me to connect to it. So it's almost like when you think about envy or jealousy in a relationship, it would typically have to do with like exes or how objectively attractive one of you is, or, you know, feeling like maybe you can't trust somebody, but it feels like it's something different. It feels like it's something totally different, and it feels like it's related to something material. So maybe there were some unknowns as far as, or something may have been revealed to you actually. The moon can show up when there's a revelation that they weren't who they said they were. They didn't have what they said they did. Or maybe they led you to believe, yes, I'm interested in having this type of future with you, but something came to light that kind of proved that they weren't, or they were interested in something different. It looks like they kind of moved in a totally different direction in a way that was pretty surprising. But it's quite interesting because I feel like they are trying to come back. But it feels very clashy. It feels very uncomfortable. Although I do see it like an offer here, it's definitely up to you whether you take it or not. But let's move into your future, Scorpio. When you embody this empathy, it's almost like you feel bad for this person now. So maybe part of you in the past, you know, this really stung. It was really confusing. You were really interested in like understanding and figuring them out. And now it just kind of feels like, no, I'm good. I'm very comfortable with my image. I feel like I came out on top. I'm definitely on my A game, and I'm creating love, like a true love. Making room. I heard making room for the love that I deserve. It feels like maybe this sort of happened out of like patterning, you know, like maybe you attracted each other. Something in your histories were attractive to each other, but it feels like in your future position, you're co-creating with the universe. And I just feel like you are looking better than ever, Scorpio, okay? So, if you were wondering if anybody's noticing, definitely, definitely, definitely. And this is such a radiant, attractive energy. People are definitely seeing you and noticing you. And I just heard you're shining, you're beaming. This is so beautiful. Okay. I'm definitely feeling these spirit animal cards, which I was not planning on getting out. But Spirit just kind of tapped that deck for me. So let's see. All right, Spirit, what do you want to talk to our Scorpio placements about through this animal deck? Oh, yep. I just asked, did you want that to come out? They said yes. And we have Spider. Beautiful energy of creation over here. Okay, and what else, Spirit? There's definitely something else in here, I can tell. Scorpio. Oh. Oh, wow, we have the hawk. Okay. You know that song? It's like it's a sign of the times. It's a sign of the times. Oh, stop your crying. It's the sign of the times. You gotta get away from here. Is that Harry Styles? I'm hearing that. It just feels like this relationship was very reflective of the times. Oh, so maybe you were like a COVID thing. Maybe you were kind of connecting during that. And then we have the frog, which is another transformer. on the bottom of your deck. So this was definitely a signal that you took and transformed. You took it, you like saw the writing on the wall and you transformed. And now you're working, you're weaving, you know, you're creating something new. Whereas I feel like this person didn't change. So I feel like that is borderline advice for some of you. If this person hasn't come back, I feel like they will pretty soon, especially because there's a full moon on this card. At the time that I'm filming this, it's a full moon. So it feels like it's, and I just heard a snap of a finger. So that means pretty fast. So just, you know, be aware. Again, it doesn't feel like there is a right or wrong answer. But it's just kind of useful to know that if this person comes back, they're the same as they were, and you're not. So, I mean, you know, do with that information as you will. But I just feel like they're showing you kind of like, I see you progressing on your timeline, and this person is kind of just in the same zone. It doesn't mean that like we're better than anybody else. It just feels like you are focused on forward movement and this person is not. So I don't know if they're interested in like maintaining a certain situation that's working out for them financially. Maybe they don't want to move out with people that they live with. I don't know what the situation is. I just heard that's not my business. So I will just kind of let that go. So let's continue, Scorpio. I feel like, yeah, I have the, what is this called? It is called the Mystical Shaman Oracle. And I don't use these cards for just anybody. I just feel like you can handle it. You know what I'm saying? So, what else do you want to talk to Scorpio about, Spirit? These are definitely some delicious messages. What else? Okay, so definitely got a lot about this relationship. And as I said that, I just got the Wild Woman card. Let me make sure this focuses because the art is so beautiful. It's the number 62. I feel like that goes there. Is there anything else you would like to bring up for Scorpio? This one. And then we have the Spiral. I love this card, number 50. There's a lot of purple going on over here and kind of rainbow. The Spiral and the type of shamanism that I practice references death. And that's definitely a cornerstone of the sign of Scorpio. So I know that, well, I suspect you would not be uncomfortable hearing that word because it's just brought up a lot with Scorpio. You know, the different tarot cards are each assigned to like a home sign, and the death card, or number 13, is Scorpio. You know that that just means ultimate transformation and rebirth is coming. So this spiral is here for you in your future position. This feels like future and current position, where you're really just creating, you're weaving, and it feels like you're spiraling up rather than a downward spiral. You're just ascending, 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 ascending. Oof, and I just got chills down my legs. So definitely your spirit team is here to support you in this. It feels like a huge spiritual upgrade. Maybe you're feeling very sensitive to the element of spirit. I just heard seeing and hearing. So maybe you're receiving spiritual messages in a different way than you're not used to. So just know that your spirit team is keeping you safe, protecting you. Ooh, this is especially true for Scorpio Ascendant or Scorpio Rising. It's true for all of you, but especially Scorpio Ascendant. I just heard that very clearly. And then for Wild Woman over here, it just feels like, I hope you're not regretting anything. I hope you're not regretting anything. Whatever happened over here with this relationship kind of needed to happen, And I know that sounds cliche, but it's true in this case. So if you, um, you know, behaved in a way that's very different from the choices that you made today, that's okay. It's nothing to be ashamed of. And I just keep hearing, I hope that you're not regretful of this, because there's something about it that really, truly did need to happen. Okay, let's start getting your advice, dear Scorpio. All right, Spirit. So thank you for confirming that Scorpio is doing amazing. You're doing great, sweetie. I think we knew that. So, creating a beautiful future, looking amazing, victorious, ascending, anchoring into empathy for their love. Is there any other advice that you would like to? I keep saying the word love. I think I even slipped up and did that in the intro of this video. I said love at kind of an odd moment. It could even be, Scorpio, that you're not like super interested in love at the moment. But I feel like something might be coming for you other than this person. Let's just clarify. All right, parting advice for Scorpio, Spirit. Parting advice for Scorpio. And I also just heard that these cards, the Moonology cards, one just flashed. What was that? The end of a tough cycle approaches. We're going to put her back in. She has the opportunity to come back out, but it just flipped. But these cards in particular can be pretty hard hitting if you are a Scorpio moon. I just heard that for your particular reading. Advice. Take both of those. A new start is coming and conclusions are within reach. Okay. I feel like there's one more. Let's knock. And I feel like it's actually this little guy right here. Surrender to the divine full moon. Okay, you've got a full moon eclipse. I believe that's the situation that's happening tonight, right? Or maybe it happened this morning. Surrender to the divine full moon and then new moon. Wow. So I feel like whatever needed to be revealed about this relationship, about this person, it's either been revealed or it's revealed in this moment. Okay? And I just heard week. So within 7 days of watching this, if something else comes out about this person, just know that that's the end. That's the conclusion. You have all the information you need to do what you need to do. Okay, and it really feels like I'm seeing the tarot card, the World. Even though it's not here, I'm very much getting that energy for you. It just feels like this is full circle. Something over here is making total sense to you now. And it's really like the peace of mind and the button that you needed to completely just like close the book and move forward, because a new start is coming. And I feel like it's a new start in love. It could even be 1 year from now. It feels significant. Oh, I wonder if this person is also a Scorpio, if you're a Scorpio sun. Just something about this time of year feels very significant. So either like this season, by this season next year, I feel like you will have met your person. And that's for those of you who are open and seeking that, you know. For those of you who are not, just know that the opportunity will cross your path, and it is totally valid to say no. Just putting it out there. That's just what Spirit wanted to offer to you. All right, let's get your final takeaway message, dear Scorpio. I feel like you've done a lot of work on yourself. Whatever this was about this relationship, I feel like you really dug deep and you did it quickly. You did it swiftly. You're just very, very smart, and you're able to you know what it takes to truly change, to truly transform, and I don't feel like you take it lightly. So Spirit just wants to kind of commend you for how committed you are to growth. Just going to lay this on top here so you can see that. And let's get your final message. You can't see me, but I have my eyes closed. Final message for Scorpio Spirit. I feel like you're towards the end of the book here. All right. We have be warm. Okay, yeah, so again, this time of year seems very significant. But I feel like that message that came through earlier about having empathy for yourself is kind of coming back. So I'm just seeing you kind of like cozying up with yourself, taking time for yourself, making yourself a warm, comforting drink, whether that's hot chocolate or tea. It just feels like you're really taking care of yourself. And maybe being away from this person and reflecting on it in a way that is very gracious for yourself, you know, allowing yourself some grace to look at a previous version of yourself without so much judgment. It just feels like that's really a way that you are able to take care of yourself. And I'm also getting like warm spices too, like sexy warm spices. So definitely not something to shy away from, dear Scorpio. I know that you are amazing at connecting with that type of energy as well. So Spirit just wanted to confirm and affirm that the warmth of your heart is definitely felt. I wonder if you worry about coming across as cold or something. And I keep feeling the need to breathe deeply. So I feel like that's an invitation to you from Spirit to just breathe through this. You've got this. Um, I feel like you're going to be approached by a few different people. So just be aware that you are very attractive at this time. All right, Scorpio, thank you so much for watching. Happy birthday for my Scorpio sons, and sending tons and tons of love to my Scorpio moons and risings. And for anybody cross watching for a Scorpio in your life, of course, I love you guys too. So thank you so much for spending the sacred time with me, sending you tons and tons of love, and I will see you next time. Take care.